Nate, nearly 10 million Americans fell victim to identity theft and has cost U.S. corporations more than $60 billion over the last 5 years. Now, as security standards in the electronic commerce and payment card industry become a major economic concern, the race is on to come up with a secure payment service. In a Fox Business exclusive, I'm joined right now by Michael Capellas. He's the chairman and CEO of First Data, whose company is unveiling a new secure service today, much needed. Good to see you, Michael.
Great to be back. Thanks for having me.
It couldn't come at a better time, particularly when people see that even the Fed chairman is the victim of identity theft. Tell me a little bit about the new standard, the new service.
So what we're announcing today is, in fact, a brand new service, and interestingly enough, it is the end product of a joint development between First Data, and we are the largest credit card processor. A fun fact is we clear almost $1.5 trillion a year, or almost 50% of the U.S. credit card business. It was jointly developed with RSA, which is the security division of EMC, so the leader in payments, the leader in security. We got together to try to rethink how you solve this problem. What's dramatically different about what we're announcing today is normally the way the system works is you swipe your credit card, it is processed by the merchant, the data sits at the merchant, it is sent up for authorization, the authorization said, yep, that's good, and the credit card data sits there. We are dramatically reducing the risk by taking the data off the merchant. So what happens now under this new service, which combines two technologies called encryption and tokenization, the credit card goes, you swipe it, the data goes up to our server, it authorizes it. Instead of sending the credit card data back, it replaces the number with a random number. The data no longer sits at the merchant. So why this is a breakthrough is we're not just trying to protect the data at the merchant in a different way. We are removing it from the merchant. That token, as it's called, a random number, then has to match up with our server. The thief would have to have both, virtually impossible to do. So fundamentally reshaping it by taking the data off of the merchant so it's simply not there to be stolen.
Wow, fascinating.
Very
A
cool.
real seat change for the industry.
Indeed.
Walk me through not only what does this mean for consumer financial protection, but what does this mean for all data, not just credit card data, but the storage of data with your financial institution, with your health care records, things of that nature?
So I do think what's happening is the way you think about how to think about data, we think of it in three states. We have it what's called in flight, when it's over a network, all right? So we know how to protect data over a network. We have it when it's called at rest, which is storage in various places. And we have what's in use, which is the fraction of time that you actually have to access the data. So as we think of these three things, and this is, again, our great partners at RSA doing a lot of great work about how to do all three things and combine the data, we're spending a lot of time focusing on how to take the data in storage and put it in the cloud in very secure ways so the data simply isn't as resident physically as it used to be. And the breakthrough is not figuring out all kinds of smart ways how to be smarter or protecting it at rest, but physically moving it into more secure sites so it is less accessible, and then putting it in large data centers where, of course, they're much more highly secure.
Fascinating. It's one of the biggest things, everybody talking about the cloud computing world. Michael Capellas, he's going to stick around.